Daily Brew. Today we're talking about one of our favorite subjects, Danny's at least, AI.
Yeah, and I have some relevance to this topic, but we'll get into it first.
Okay, so this one,
It's also one of my favorite topics, shopping for homes.
yeah, she does that a lot, just like shops
I
their
love
homes.
Zillow.
So
My favorite app.
it's about realtors, and when they post photos of homes, right? They're starting to use AI to sort of fancy things up, like this here, furnishing, things like that. But it can, change the look of the home a little, maybe the lighting, because you can brighten it up. Well, some states, they're starting to say, hey, wait a minute, like you're changing things too much here, doesn't look real, and they're starting to crack down on it.
I've never thought of this. I'm going to look at some of my favorites on Zillow to see if they look like they're AI.
So now they're requiring them to put, at the bottom of the photo, like you see on social media, that it's AI generated.
Just by brightening it and stuff. Like, this doesn't look AI to me. Does this look AI to y'all?
I mean, maybe.
Who knows,
I think when we played this story earlier, they talked about how, like, even though you're just brightening it, you want that natural light. And then you go in there like, oh, it's pitch black in here, it's dark.
Yeah,
so that's a big misnomer.
Here's the thing, though. If it's not AI, it's Photoshop. If it's not Photoshop, it's a brightening app or something like that. It's just like when you order clothes online. And when it's on the model, it's fitted and it's this bright color.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a purchase that is hundreds of thousands of dollars. I got to go in with thousands of dollars.
Oh,
like,
yeah, but
that's a whole new ballgame.
You're going to go look at it first.
For sure.
I know, but it's still a little bit misleading because maybe like, oh, this is the dream home I wanted. And then you walk in and be like, this is nothing what I expected. And so my parents just moved recently and they listed our house. And it was funny. I went to go look at the photos. And in the basement, they had a pool table and a popcorn machine. And I called my mom and I go, when did we get a popcorn machine? I mean, I knew that they put it in there, but I was like, the basement was fine without it. So they're putting in even fake stuff. So I'm sure they went in there and they're like, I don't see this anymore, which I hope that wasn't a selling point, but it goes to show you like what they're doing to these homes that, adding stuff that's not there.
I think it depends. I think if they're changing the lighting and the wall, like maybe not as much lighting, but the wall color and stuff like that, foundational things, floors, that's where it's wrong. But if you're just adding furniture in there, it's like when you go and look at a house and you put a picture in a ChatGPT and you say, make this look like a home.
Yeah, but who sort of, polices just adding, a couch or a TV versus everything else. And, they were talking about suing, right? Okay, because some people, they will buy homes or apartments, they're moving to a new place without looking at it, right? And then they get something different. We're talking about, suing. You can't really do that because there are no damages here.
If it looks like you have brand new hardwood floors and you walk in and it's tile that's peeling up, that's different.
Then it's a civil lawsuit and a whole, and what a mess.
AI has to stop at some point.
Yeah, I say just get rid of it in general, but that's a whole other topic for another day.
I think, Danny, we're too far in.
Oh, I know. But there's another topic that is close to home for both of these gals over
Yeah. So a new survey coming out, it's giving the Southern drawl some serious love, ranking it the most attractive accent in America.
Louisiana got the #1 spot, but I don't even feel like Louisiana, they have a Southern accent, but more of a Cajun accent. Like it almost doesn't feel Southern.
This says that y'all is not a Southern thing anymore. What?
Y'all is my favorite word.
I think, so our producer's saying like more people are saying, I mean, I used to say it and I grew up in Minnesota, but for us, we were always taught that like for a group of people, like.
So not just a Southern
we were taught
thing.
to say like you all.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, the word is fantastic. It's quick, I love that. I spent so much time trying to get rid of the Southern accent in this business. What was I thinking?
I've never tried to get rid of mine. I still have one here and there, but I naturally just it lessened when I wasn't, because growing up in Benton, Arkansas, and then going to school in Arkadelphia, it was strong.
Okay, Danny, you don't have a Southern accent. When you first came here, is our Southern accent strong? Did you notice it?
From an outsider, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, I didn't grow up around that, and there were very few people. There was only like one person in even like my meteorology grade who's from Texas, and you could tell. But other than him, it was like, no, I grew up around upper Midwest accents.
So you would say we have Southern accents.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? I love that. That means we're Southern belles, and I'm all about that title. How do you say a few words? These are the words that we need to discuss.
Oh.
Fire.
A fire.
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 Fire. Say oil.
Oil.
I say oil.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yep.
I say crayon. I say that normal.
Crayon.
Yeah, crayon. Danny, that's not how you say it.
Crayon. Yeah, I like coloring with crayons.
What about sirens? My dad says sirens.
Sirens?
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, sirens.
He's watching. Don't you be hateful.
And like my mom, I'll be like, wash the laundry. She's like, wash the laundry.
Oh, yeah.
Or my dad says McDonald's and guitar. And he was born in England, everyone, like the country of England. But
My dad always called Walmart's.
Walmart's. I love it.
Yeah.
We love the South. It's the best. Love you, Dad. You're watching right now.